Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages of the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that do come out in this reading today. So the first card we have is the Six of Cups. We've got some water sign energy. Could be dealing with another Cancer or even a Pisces or Scorpio. And we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Chariots. So we have more Cancer energy. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like very genuine energy. It does even feel like a sense of having friendship. It does feel like having a strong foundation, especially one where things may start out as a friendship, kind of a connection. Do you get that though? The Three of Cups showing up over here, this also feels like support. It feels like having and being surrounded by supportive energy. And with the Three of Cups showing up over here, this even feels like celebration. So there could be something quite exciting going on. Do get that with the Three of Cups showing up over here. It feels like an enjoyable energy when it comes to also being surrounded by people who matter the most, when it comes to being surrounded by people during these moments. Do get that with the Six of Cups showing up over here? This does feel like an energy of also being in a space where this does feel like a little bit of a longing energy. This does feel like a sense of actually really reflecting on the past, but I do feel like it's reflecting with a positive outlook when it comes to this person being in a space where they are remembering something, a past encounter, or even kind of thinking about the past and thinking about it in a very positive way. But with the Six of Cups showing up over here, I do feel like there's a sense of actually having some kind of history with this person or in this connection. This person may even be a friend or have been a friend. It does feel like there is a strong history that's leading to a strong connection. But with the Six of Cups showing up over here, this also feels like actually having a very meaningful connection. It means a lot to this person. You do get that with this Five of Cups of Pentacles showing up in the reverse though. This feels like an energy of being able to experience healing. It feels like being in a good space, especially on a healing journey. And with this Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, so does feel like an energy of being able to experience what feels like restoration in a situation where things may have felt like they went left. And there is a sense of actually a false start. And with this Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, they do feel like an opportunity to be able to hash something out, especially where things may have felt like they fell apart or they may have even not been off to a good start. But the Chariot card showing up over here, this feels like forward movements. I do feel like there's a stronger comeback when it comes to being able to get things going either a second time, or even when it comes to being able to experience a sense of moving on from something that feels like it was not aligned with you. So I am going to clarify these cards. So we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And we have the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Page of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. So with the Ten of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of this person actually being in a space where they are looking back. I do feel like there's a sense of they're not moving on from something that happened in the past. With the Ten of Swords showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of actually being in a space where this person's kind of trying to make something make sense for them. When it comes to the past, they're not ready to let go, to move on at this time. But with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of, it does feel like being open. And I do feel like somebody coming into your life who's quite open on an emotional level when it comes to a connection that they may be seeking with you. And I do also get that with the Knight of Cups showing up underneath this Five of Pentacles, this also feels like being in a space where you are ready to be open to something being able to happen with someone. I do get that the Knight of Cups showing up over here also feels like an energy of actually having something coming in as far as some kind of an offer or even a message that feels quite heartfelt from someone. With the Page of Swords showing up over here though, was does feel like an energy of being in a space where this person's very curious. So feel like, especially with the Ten of Swords and the Six of Cups, so does feel like an energy of this person being in a space where they're reflecting on the past. They do feel like with the Page of Swords showing up over here, feels like a very curious and interested energy. Wanting to be able to find out where things are at and wanting to find out more from a space of curiosity. With the King of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of actually wanting to be able to have something that is grounded, something that is stable as far as something to build upon when it comes to a connection. So it does feel like actually getting very clear about what you want, or somebody also being very clear about what they're offering. And I do feel like with the King of Pentacles, this does feel like promising energy when it comes to some kind of an offer that somebody is giving to you. I do feel like with the King of Pentacles, this feels like stable energy. It also feels like a stable connection with a lot of potential to be one that is stable, one that is also long-term and very loyal when it comes to the desire to be able to have a connection and build upon a connection. With the Ten of Swords showing up in the reverse and the Six of Cups, this may be a past person, and this may be actually an attempt at being able to work something out, so especially following what may have felt like a experience of things kind of falling apart, or even feeling like there was a sense of a lack of, especially due to a lack of preparation. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Honeymoon card. We have Reconciliation. And we have You Deserve Love. So the Honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty optimistic energy, especially when it comes to the outlook on the future of things. I do feel like with the Honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like also, and it's an energy being put towards being able to have enjoyable times. Do you get that with the Honeymoon card showing up over here? There's also a sense of actually being able to get to a good place as far as also experiencing this connection as one that is enjoyable, especially where things may have felt like they've been stagnant, or things were kind of stuck for a while. Especially for this person, this sense of actually experiencing things, kind of being able to get to a space where this may have been unexpected when it comes to the outlook of what things were possible in this connection. But with the Honeymoon card showing up over here, it feels like there's still a lot of enjoyable moments to come for your connection. With the Reconciliation card showing up over here, do you feel like there's a desire to be able to kind of make up for something, or make something right, especially with this Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse? It feels like recovering something in the situation. With this Reconciliation card showing up over here, this could also be somebody from the past returning with a desire to be able to actually make up for something that they may have done. They may be actually reaching out with some kind of a heartfelt kind of message, and I do feel like there's a desire to be able to kind of reconcile. With this Reconciliation card showing up over here, it does feel like someone returning, or a situation returning in your life. I do feel like with the You Deserve Love card showing up over here, this does feel like actually having a lot of strong feelings towards you. And with the You Deserve Love card showing up over here, this also feels like a strong recognition of how much you mean to this person. And I do feel like there could actually be an absence makes the heart fonder kind of a situation going on with the Six of Cups in the and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. But this does also feel like this person being in a space where it's a lot of reflection that has gone into a comeback that they are making. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.